I used to work in the Jeep plant, and I was on the line, and I was watching the floor, doing the same job for 10 hours a day, over and over and over, and I'm seeing all these pieces just like fly by me that I know are going in the trash, and I was like, what can I do with these? So I took a handful home, and I created my first Junkie, and that was it. So I create characters that I call Junkeez, and I call them that because they're made out of, at first it was like junk pieces, things that were gonna get thrown away. I've kind of grown into making pieces with like antiques and vintage items now, rather than just like trash. But what they are found object, repurposed sculpture. Anything that I find that I think is interesting, I create characters with it. And I kind of use hardware and things to put them together. I love wooden fruits. Like, and did you know, you've seen people's coffee table with a bowl of wooden fruit or whatever. Anytime I find them, I have to get them. Almost everything I use is metal and wood, rarely plastic or any kind of things like that unless it's like an accessory. When I start making Junkeez, I might have an idea in my head based on feet or based on the body or whatever, but I really don't know who they're gonna be until I'm done making them. And then I'll look at them and be like, okay, who are they and what are they doing? So this is gonna be a little bear, I guess, or something, maybe a mouse. And I go to friends and Facebook and Instagram and wherever to have my community contribute to the name and what they're doing and stuff. People love that. When I go to make Junkeez, I either was inspired by a piece or part that I found somewhere to build the whole Junkie into something, or I just grab pieces and parts that I think will look good together and I'll start building and then it just comes together. I put so much care and time into each piece and part that I make for the whole Junkie itself. I will try my best to make those pieces and parts fit somehow, even if I did screw something up, drill an extra hole. I don't consider it a fail. I consider it another challenge, another hurdle for me to try to figure out how to fix. Yeah, trying to figure out, I'll throw some details on there real quick while I'm thinking of feet. Just use more forks and spoons or something. Why? On occasion, I will have to look for a certain piece or part because I have an idea of how I want to put a certain thing together. So I have to have like a certain shape of wood or a certain whatever. You gotta stay away from glue if you want things to stay together forever. So I strictly use hardware. If I ever use glue now, it's for like a tiny detail that needs inset somewhere or something like that. Eyeballs, on occasion, I'll put glue just to make sure that they're in there, but they always have something that's still keeping them in there besides it. But not until the past like 10, 15 years have I came into what I'm actually doing. And how everything that I've learned all through the years and everything else has all kind of came together in my art. It might have took me a week to make a small Junkie a long time ago, 10 years ago, but now I can I know what pieces and parts go together, I know what hardware to use, I know what drill bits I'm gonna need for this screw now and all that stuff. I love making custom pieces because that's how I grow as an artist. I need challenges. And as much as I try to challenge myself, it's never as good as when somebody else wants me to make something for them. Because first of all, I'm excited you want me to make something for you. And then I am excited for the challenge. Because if I couldn't do all this stuff and be creative, I don't think I'd be able to function the way that I do. It's always been my coping, my fun, my everything. I feel like since he's gonna be so plain and weird, his name's Carl.